Kia ora, I'm Tuari Dawson, and you're listening to the Invisible Sensei podcast. I think the thing that strikes me most about Okinawa, if you haven't been, is I don't know that it's necessary to go to be good at karate, but you can't argue with the concentration of expertise in one place. So this morning yesterday morning now, I saw Dan Anderson Sensei, 8th dan in the Meibukan, 6th dan in Kobudo, just teaching a class at the Asato as he does his regular classes, and to a group of students from, I think, Germany and Slovenia, I think. I could have that wrong. But just, people from different places training together. And, what other dojo do you get trained? What other place where you get a beginner's class? All of them were white belts, bar one lady who was a Yudancha, being taught by, a high-level master of the art. He wouldn't call himself that, but I would. So, and it all started here. And maybe it's not the place where you come to reside or to stay, in the sense that, it's quite hard to get visas and all those sorts of things. But I think it's really important, although not mandatory, to, if you have the opportunity, the means, to come to Okinawa at least once, because I guess to be around the culture and the history is a large part of it as well. It does tend to become, we say a lot of things, we talk about karate. I know I talk about karate in New Zealand sometimes in this really matter-of-fact way. I talk about, Okinawa was changed by the war, but talking about it is different than actually being in a place where you're experiencing it in terms of speaking to people who lived through it. So that's been quite amazing. And I just sort of think, it just adds a different dimension. It doesn't make me, I know there's a certain cachet if you train in Okinawa and all that sort of stuff, which is to be expected. Also, being quite honest, to, be asked by people of the stature of Hachi Patrick McCarthy or James Sensei, all these sort of people that have made quite large contributions to our community, there is a certain cachet to it, which probably lasts about 2 minutes. And you also have those people who turn up to Okinawa, don't do much, don't do any training, just basically go around and get photos in dojo next to sensei, and then they'll post about it, right? Which is cool, I guess. Hey, kia ora guys, I'm just dropping in to just point out something. This guy was the one who got all the photos with different sensei, so it must be wonderful to be holier than thou. Oh, continue on, Tuari. Do tell us. But for me, when I was on the Jundakan the other night, I kind of didn't want to pull out my phone. I was kind of thinking this is just such an honor to be here, and in some way for me, just to make it pull out my camera and start filming seemed for me not to be in the moment. So I'm sorry I don't have any footage of that, but I will keep the memory forever.